In Hong Kong, a jury has found British banker Rurik Jutting guilty of murdering two Indonesian women. Their mutilated bodies were found in Jutting's apartment back in November of 2014. In a statement read out by his lawyer, Jutting expressed remorse for the killings and he said his actions were horrific. Let's get more on this. Pamela Ambler joins me live from outside the High Court in Hong Kong on this story. Pamela, tell us more on the verdict in this double murder case against the British banker.
Yes, the verdict just came out and the jury unanimously found him guilty of the brutal murders. This trial started back a month ago, and Jutting had pleaded not guilty to the double murder of the two Indonesian women. His plea was on the grounds of diminished responsibility, is what his lawyers called it, due to alcohol, abuse of drug, and sexual disorders. But he has pleaded guilty to manslaughter. So the difference between the two is that murder is killing with intent and it carries a mandatory life sentence. Manslaughter, on the other hand, carries a maximum of life, which means he could have received a shorter sentence, but since he has been found guilty, he's sentenced to serve 2 concurrent life sentences. And in Jutting's case, the defense argues that he struggled with addiction with alcohol and with cocaine, and he was high on cocaine at the time of the murder, and he claimed that he had snorted up to 20 grams of cocaine before he turned himself into the police. And he's also had a history of abuse. He was sexually assaulted when he was in school in the UK, and he also cited the fact that his father tried to commit suicide when he was younger. But despite all of that, the jury has found him guilty.
Pamela, looking at the crowd behind you, we can obviously tell this is a very closely watched case. We can also hear people protesting. Could you just tell our viewers what they're protesting about, and if the jury actually considered Jutting's claims of diminished responsibility due to the alcohol and drug abuse that you were talking about?
Yeah, well, the prosecutor actually had rejected the statement that he was impaired and unable to control his behavior because he had also shot hours of footage of both him speaking about the killings and recordings of the actual of the abuse. The people that you're seeing here is actually a completely separate case. What is happening here in front of the High Courts, the people have actually relating to the trial have most of them left. But what you see here behind me is the lawyers who are holding a silent march from the High Court to the Court of Final Appeals. It's slated to start in 5-10 minutes time, and this is to protest against the intervention in the two LegCo lawmakers where Beijing came in to interpret basic law. As of Thursday, they had announced that they were stepping in. The High Court itself is also having a separate hearing of determining whether or not the two legislative members can either retake their oath or they are dismissed. So the people that you see here are the local law community that are here ready to stage a protest.
Okay, Pamela, thank you for that clarification. Thank you for the update.